Smoke detectors, according to the National Fire Protection Association, or NFPA, should be installed on a dedicated circuit or a circuit that is protected by an arc fault circuit interrupter, or FSI. This is because smoke detectors need to be able to operate even if other circuits in the house are overloaded or have tripped. It is crucial that smoke detectors function reliably to provide early warning in case of a fire. The NFPA focuses on ensuring these devices have a continuous power supply, making a dedicated circuit or FSI protected circuit a necessary safety measure. This means that the smoke detectors should not share a circuit with other appliances or lighting fixtures, minimizing the risk of a power interruption that could render them inactive during an emergency. In regard to other operating systems, the NFPA does not require other operating systems, such as water softeners, blowers for gas water heaters, or alarm systems, to be installed on dedicated circuits. However, it is recommended that these systems be installed on circuits that are not overloaded and that have FSIs installed. This will help to protect the systems from damage in the event of an electrical fault. While dedicated circuits aren't mandatory, ensuring these systems are on circuits with adequate capacity and FSI protection enhances overall electrical safety. Overloaded circuits can lead to overheating and potential fire hazards, and FSIs can quickly cut power in the event of an arc fault, preventing electrical fires. It is important to verify the local building codes because the inspector's statement that all operating systems should have their own separate dedicated power supply is not in line with the NFPA's recommendations. However, it is possible that the local building code requires this. Checking with the local building department to determine if this is the case can ensure compliance with all applicable regulations. Local codes can sometimes be strict to the national standards to address specific regional safety concerns. In general, it is best to follow the recommendations of the NFPA when it comes to electrical safety. However, it is also important to check with the local building department to determine if there are any additional requirements that apply to the area. Adhering to both national standards and local codes ensures a safe and compliant electrical system in the building. If there is any uncertainty, consulting with a qualified electrician can provide clarity and help navigate the specific requirements in the local jurisdiction. Smoke detectors are life-saving devices, and their proper installation is paramount. NFPA guidelines clearly state the need for either a dedicated circuit or FSI protection. This is to ensure that a trip breaker on another part of the house does not disable the smoke detectors. An FSI breaker can help to prevent electrical fires by detecting arc faults, which are a common cause of electrical fires. Arc faults are unintended electrical discharges that can occur due to damaged wiring, loose connections, or faulty appliances. The FSI breaker is designed to detect these arc faults and quickly shut off the power to the circuit, preventing a fire from starting. For water softeners, blowers for gas water heaters, and alarm systems, while the NFPA does not mandate dedicated circuits, it does recommend that these systems be installed on circuits that are not overloaded and that have FSI protection. This helps to prevent electrical fires and protect the systems from damage in the event of an electrical fault. Overloaded circuits are a common cause of electrical fires. When a circuit is overloaded, the wires can overheat and cause a fire. FSIs can help to prevent electrical fires by detecting arc faults, which are a common cause of electrical fires. If the local inspector is requiring that all operating systems have their own dedicated circuits, it is important to check with the local building department to determine if this is a requirement of the local building code. Local building codes can vary from national standards, and it is important to comply with the local building code in order to pass inspection. Checking with the local building department will provide clarity on the specific requirements in the area. When in doubt, it is always best to consult with a qualified electrician to ensure that the electrical system is installed safely and correctly. A qualified electrician can assess the electrical needs and determine the best way to wire the electrical system. In conclusion, the NFPA recommends that smoke detectors be installed on dedicated circuits or circuits protected by FSIs. While the NFPA does not require other operating systems to be installed on dedicated circuits, it does recommend that they be installed on circuits that are not overloaded and that have FSIs installed. The local inspector may be requiring that all operating systems have their own dedicated circuits, and it is important to check with the local building department to determine if this is a requirement of the local building code. Always consult with a qualified electrician to ensure that the electrical system is installed safely and correctly. The information provided by the NFPA is a valuable resource for ensuring electrical safety. It provides guidance on the proper installation of electrical systems and components, and it helps to prevent electrical fires and other electrical hazards. Local building codes are designed to protect the health and safety of the public. They are based on the NFPA's recommendations, but they may also include additional requirements that are specific to the local area. By complying with both the NFPA's recommendations and the local building code, the safety of the electrical system can be ensured. The question of dedicated circuits often arises during home inspections. It's important to understand the difference between what is recommended for safety by organizations like the NFPA and what is strictly enforced by local building codes. Generally, a dedicated circuit is one that serves only one appliance or piece of equipment. This helps to prevent overloads and ensures that critical devices like smoke detectors have a reliable power supply. While not always mandated for every system, dedicated circuits can contribute to a safer and more efficient home electrical system. To reiterate, smoke detectors should ideally be on a dedicated circuit, or at least a circuit protected by NFPA. This is due to their crucial role in alerting occupants to a fire. Having them on a circuit that also powers other devices could lead to a trip breaker, leaving the home unprotected. For other systems, such as water softeners or gas water heater blowers, dedicated circuits are less critical but still beneficial. The primary concern is to avoid overloading the circuit, which could cause the breaker to trip or even create a fire hazard. An NFPA breaker adds an extra layer of protection by detecting and interrupting arc faults, a common cause of electrical fires. It is important to emphasize that local building codes can vary significantly. While the NFPA provides a widely accepted set of guidelines, local jurisdictions may have their own specific requirements. This is why it is essential to check with the local building department to understand the code in your area. In some cases, the inspector might be referencing a specific local amendment that mandates dedicated circuits for all operating systems. This is not uncommon, as local codes are often tailored to address specific regional concerns or risks. The inspector is responsible for enforcing these local codes, even if they differ from the NFPA recommendations. When faced with conflicting information, always prioritize the local building code. Failure to comply with these codes can result in a failed inspection and require costly rework. If there is any doubt, consulting with a licensed electrician is always a good idea. An electrician can assess the electrical system, interpret the local codes, and ensure that the installation meets all requirements. They can also provide recommendations for improving the safety and efficiency of the electrical system. Finally, remember that electrical safety is paramount. Following the NFPA guidelines and adhering to local building codes are essential steps in protecting occupants from electrical hazards. Regular inspections and maintenance can help to identify and address potential problems before they become serious. The key takeaway is to ensure smoke detectors have reliable power, avoid overloading circuits, and consult with qualified professionals when needed. The NEC, or National Electrical Code, provides additional guidance on circuit protection and wiring methods. For example, NEC 210.23 covers permissible loads for branch circuits, specifying the maximum amperage allowed on different circuit sizes. NEC 210.12 details the requirements for FSI protection, outlining which circuits must be FSI protected. NEC 310.15 provides information on conductor ampacity, helping to determine the appropriate wire size for a given load. These code sections, along with others, can provide valuable information for ensuring a safe and compliant electrical installation. Remember to always consult the latest edition of the NEC and local amendments for the most up-to-date requirements. The electrical system is an essential part of any home, and its proper functioning is critical for safety and convenience. Understanding the basic principles of electrical wiring and protection can help to prevent problems and ensure that the system operates reliably. By following the NFPA guidelines, adhering to local building codes, and consulting with qualified professionals, you can create a safe and efficient electrical system for the home. Ultimately, understanding the nuances of electrical codes and recommendations is crucial for ensuring both safety and compliance. When in doubt, professional consultation is always advised. Remember, the ultimate goal is to create a safe and reliable electrical environment for all occupants.